Hey Pisces, this is your April, May, June 2018 General Tarot read. 3 cards for each month, April, May, June. This is for Pisces who are born in the first Decan. So if you're a Pisces and you're born in the dates in the description, this is yours. If you're a Pisces and you were not born in the dates in the description, check the other videos for your Decan read. April, May, June 2018 Pisces first Decan. Let's do a quick overview. Right off the bat, you've got the Tower card. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. The Tower card to kick off April means that some shakedown happened recently, maybe in March. And it was a build-up for sure. I don't think it's a shock to you. It's as big of a shock to you as the tarot card will have us believe. I think you knew it was coming. I think that you find yourself in a bind in April, like you have to make a decision or you're feeling really anxious about a certain situation and you feel like your hands are tied, you can't make moves. But the reality is that with the Eight of Swords, you are actually releasing yourself from a situation. And it could have something to do with the Tower. Maybe some news came to light because you've got the Moon card. So I think that there were secrets that might have been revealed. If not, there are secrets still that are yet to be revealed. Excuse me, there's my tugboat in the back. That's better. And I think that this shock that's happened recently is going to require you to unbind yourself, release yourself from a situation. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Cancer. I think that for sure some secrets have come to light, and that's what's caused the shocker in April. You know what? Whatever you do, please don't feel sorry for yourself. I feel like there's an element of you feeling sorrowful for yourself, and you shouldn't. Each sword was placed there over time, and I think that you saw the swords go into the ground and that you knew that that was happening. So don't feel trapped, don't feel sorry for yourself, and don't feel helpless in this situation in April. You have the strength and the power to pull yourself out of it, for sure. By the time May rolls around, you've got the Page of Swords, and it could be that you have a little bit of an idea. It's not much, but maybe it's giving you a little bit of hope, this idea. And what I like about this is that the Page of Swords quickly turns into the Knight of Swords. So you take this small idea, maybe you finally have hope on how to get out of this Eight of Swords anxiety, that like feeling trapped energy. And, this worry that you have. The Page of Swords graduates quickly to the Knight of Swords, so you begin to take swift action because you're relying on your intuition now. You might have another Pisces in your life that you sort of turn to at this point, but the reality is that the High Priestess is your energy. It's your intuition. So you can guide yourself through, even in the most dimly lit nights, under the moon here, and you can make your way through the situation. And you're actually doing it. You're doing it. The Page of Swords and then the Knight of Swords. So you've got this idea and you're like, I'm running with them. I'm going to make some moves here to get out of the situation. And you're relying on your instincts and on your intuition. Be careful, though, because there is a little element of delusion that comes through with the High Priestess sometimes. Sometimes you want to believe. You want to have the rose-colored glasses on. You have your intuition, but you choose to ignore it because your intuition is dropping some truth bombs on you and you're not ready for that. So be careful with that in May, because you're coming through a lot of cold energy is what you're coming through with. And the Knight of Swords is your saving grace here. And if you're taking action to get out of a situation, don't overthink it. Because if you overthink it, you're going to find yourself trapped again. By June, you have the Six of Swords, so by June, you are actually moving on from a situation that no longer serves you. And what I like about the Six of Swords is that it has nothing to do with your emotions. And you know that with the Pisces, your emotions are, like, are there any other elements? You know what I mean? Are there any other faculties that you need to nurture when you're a Pisces? It's all about the emotion, right? But no, the Six of Swords is saying, What did Rihanna say in that interview with Diane Sawyer after Chris Brown attacked her? Diane Sawyer said, "What about love?" And Rihanna, without even missing a beat, who is a Pisces, Rihanna says, "F love. F love," because it blinds you. So you need to be like Rihanna, leaving Chris Brown, not saying that you're in an abusive relationship, not at all. But if it's a situation, work commitments or love commitments or any situation, friendship that just doesn't serve you, F love. Focus on the mental acuity that you have, and focus on cultivating your mental strength at this point. Dive into your mental reserves, pack your shit, and go. Whatever that means for you. The Six of Swords is saying that you're actually moving on in June. So in June, you move on to something. You don't know what you're moving on to, but it's almost like you get this momentum in June with the Six of Swords, and then it goes even faster because then you have the Eight of Wands. So now you're like a rocket ship to the moon. You're like, I'm out. Not only am I out, I'm all the way out. Like I'm out. And that's a good feeling, I think, in June. I like that for you. Because it's not easy. It's never easy for anyone to move on, but especially for if you're emotionally invested in a situation, you'll stick around for years before making a move. The Eight of Wands also means communication. It could mean travel, but I think it's more communication and fast movement. There's going to be a message coming in for you in June, and it's going to, even if you weren't already on a lit rocket, it lights the rocket in June. The Seven of Wands in June is also telling me that you're going to have to defend your actions. I think there's going to be some questioning of what you're doing. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The Seven of Wands is saying you're going to have to defend it. And by defend it, I mean you're going to have to support it. Back your shit up with evidence. This is why I left. It's under the moon and it's under the High Priestess. So maybe save the talk until after you're out. Save the explanation for later. Don't lead with the explanation. Maybe do your thing, do what you have to do, get your ducks in a row, emotionally, mentally, secure yourself, and then get to a place where you're like, all right, here's what happened. Because you got the Seven of Wands under the High Priestess and under the moon. So you're like, look, I learned about this. This happened. This person was doing me dirty in this way or that way. My intuition, my instinct, my intuition, my dreams, everything that I rely on instinctually has come to pass, and I recognize that, and I want to trust that, because for too long I haven't been trusting my own instinct, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I made fast moves. I made a decision. I was the Knight of Wands. I pulled some moves here, and I got the fuck out of there. And you're going to be defending that. You're going to be explaining that to people. And the people that listen are just going to have to shut the fuck up and listen and be like, all right. They either support you or they don't. And I mean, the ones who don't support you, don't matter. Don't mind the ones who don't support you because they don't matter. And the ones who matter don't mind. Thank you, Dr. Seuss, another Pisces. So for your April, May, June, Pisces first Decan overview, it's looking like, it could on the surface look as though it's really bad, like a negative, but I feel like you're coming through. You're being strong. You're pulling through. And as a Pisces do, it's the iron fist in a velvet glove. So let me know what you're drinking for breakfast today. I just had a coffee with coconut milk. And if you like this, then come back for a more in-depth reading for May and June. And be sure to subscribe to this channel so I can see which way I go with Drunk Tarot. And hopefully that helped you. And I'll see you guys next time.